Today I'll be telling you guys about some awesome quotes and showing you some awesome pictures related to that quotes from Dr. Benjamin Hardy's book called Be Your Future Self Now. It's an awesome book. Get it if you can. A digital copy or hardcover one. Okay, number one. Identity. What you are most committed to. Assume the consciousness of being the one you want to be, and you will be saved from your present state. Neville Goddard. Be public about your future self, and you will immediately stop being consistent with your past. Humans are not driven by the past. We are pulled forward by the future we are most committed to. Most human behavior is driven by short-term rewards or immediate battles. The future self concept is simple yet rarely practiced. To make quality decisions, know where those decisions will take you. Decisions and actions are best when reverse engineered from a desired outcome. Start with what you want and work backward. Think and act from your goal rather than toward your goal. Your brain does this automatically. Indeed, neuroscientists now agree the brain is essentially a prediction machine, guiding behavior toward the expected future. Learning is the process of updating and improving our brain's predictions. The clearer you are on where you want to go, the less distracted you'll be by endless options. Be your future self now. Being connected to your future self is the secret to being truly present. It is the peculiarity of man that he can only live by looking to the future. Viktor Frankl. Hope is an essential part of the human condition. Without hope, we wither and perish. Seth Godin. He who has a why to live can bear almost anyhow. From Frankl's perspective, a clear future is essential in all circumstances and critical in trauma. The most fundamental threat to a person's future self is not the loss of freedom, but the absence of purpose and meaning. Without a connection to your future purpose, the present is a prison. Your vision of where or who you want to be is the greatest asset you have. Without having a goal, it's difficult to score. Paul Arden. The past is a meaning, nothing more. Everyone has a plan until they get punched in the face. Mike Tyson. Pygmalion effect. You rise or fall to the expectations of those around you. You're the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. Jim Rohn. Your input shapes your outlook. Mindfulness is the skill of becoming aware of your context and how that context influences you. When you're not connected to your future self, you make stupid decisions in the present. The more detailed the vision, the easier it is to realize. Being caught up in urgent battles keeps you on the hamster wheel. Small vision, small results, even if you put in a ton of efforts. If you're not in the arena, then you're not evolving. What man actually needs is not a tensionless state, but rather the striving and struggling for a worthwhile goal. A freely chosen task. What he needs is not the discharge of tension at any cost, but the call of a potential meaning waiting to be fulfilled by him. Viktor Frankl. Your future is what drives your present. It is absurd to suppose that purpose is not present because we do not observe the agent in deliberating. Fixed mindset is equal to you've overcommitted to your current self. Your present self is as transient and fleeting as the present moment. The piper always gets paid. Time will be your friend or your enemy. It will promote you or expose you. Jeff Olson. Everything is either a cost or an investment to your future self. Your future self is based on whatever you are actively measuring. Without clear milestones up ahead, humans literally walk in circles. Failing as your future self is better than succeeding as your current self. True success only exists by being true to your future self. Chase the future, live in the world of tomorrow. It's the most exciting way to live. Every day will be like a child's birthday with surprising new breakthroughs. Keeps your brain healthy, young and active since everything will always be new. You won't rely on assumptions or habits. You'll pay full attention and keep learning every day. Derek Sivers. This above all, to thine own self be true. William Shakespeare. Results is just commitment made real. Simple can be harder than complex. You have to work hard to get your thinking clean to make it simple. But it's worth it in the end because once you get there, you can move mountains. Steve Jobs. The goal creates the process in its own image. The height of sophistication is simplicity. Claire Booth Luce. If you have more than 3 priorities, you don't have any. Jim Collins. We are kept from our goals not by obstacles, but by a clear path to a lesser goal. Robert Brault. Being, doing, having, how it works. Do or not do, there is no try. Yoda. To know and not do is really not to know. Dr. Stephen R. Covey. Knowing and being in advance are key to having. Zig Ziglar stated, you have to be before you can do. Clarity in the future creates clarity in the here and now. Your identity drives behavior. Who you think you are informs what you do. To me, busy implies that the person is out of control of their life. Derek Sivers. Your schedule reflects your priorities. The more you invest, the more you exponentially compound your future self. If you're planning to do something with your life, if you have a 10-year plan of how to get there, you should ask, why can't you do this in 6 months? Peter Thiel. The 80% rule. Done is better than perfect. Dan Sullivan explained. 80% gets results while 100% is still thinking about it. Perfectionism leads to procrastination. 80% gets results. Your future self is your greatest guide. They love you more than you love yourself. Freedom lies in being bold. Robert Frost. Parkinson's law. Work fills the space you give it. If you give yourself 3 years to complete something, completion will take 3 years. If you give yourself 3 months, that's probably a pathway.